All right, so we're here at Blue Dog RV Service Center picking up our FREESOLO OG trailer. It's a 2023 FREESOLO. Pretty noisy out here. We're right next to the freeway, but yeah, this is the smallest thing we could find in the area. And it's got a little kitchen galley back there. I'll do more when we get home. We're still at the service center just waiting for the service tech to finish up. All right, so we picked up the trailer and got it in the garage. I did have to let some of the air out of the tires to get it in the garage. Our garage opening is right at about 82 inches, and it was just a little bit high. But for us, the solution to this problem is definitely going to be to trim off the top of this tab right here. I don't really plan on hauling anything on the roof. But as you can see, that's probably about 2 inches right there that I'll gain by trimming this off right above where the bar is. And then because there's already holes drilled here, I can pretty much just make a plate. I can make a plate that'll go up against this and have the extension if I do decide to have anything on to keep it from sliding off. But by trimming this off, I'll definitely gain the little bit of room that I need to get it in the garage. Otherwise, yeah, we're home with it, and we're going to start checking it out a little bit more and doing just a little bit more cleaning and detail work on it, and seeing what we're going to do with this galley area. But yeah, we're home with the new trailer, and pretty excited to go try it out as soon as we get it loaded up. Okay, so this is just an update. I've been working on the floor. Basically just putting this self-sticking vinyl floor tile down. It's going pretty good. No real issues. I mean, the floor, the plywood of the floor, it's not perfect, you know. There's some gaps and stuff, but usually it's covered up with the bedding. But I just want to be able to, if the bedding is moved or taken out, I want to be able to have some kind of floor in here that's not going to get stained and not going to be just bare wood. So it's coming along pretty good. I got a little bit more to go, so I'll do another video when I'm done. All right, so I am finished with the vinyl floor project. This was the first mod for the FREESOLO OG trailer, and I think it turned out pretty good. It's not perfect, but I think for what it is, it's going to be just fine. I'm really happy with the way it looks. I think it really kind of gives it a more finished look than the bare plywood. We plan on getting like a tri-fold bedding material. So it's going to kind of fold up so we can kind of push it to one end or the other, and then have a little floor space if we need it. So yeah, it's going to wrap it up for the vinyl floor project. And we'll see what's next on the list. So the next mod on the FREESOLO OG trailer for me is going to be cutting off the very tops of these brackets. There's the these are the cargo brackets on top of the trailer. I don't want to remove the brackets because the dealership said that the factory doesn't like when you remove the brackets due to water issues. So I don't want to void the warranty by removing the brackets, even though I would reseal them. So instead, what we're going to do is, the trailer is just about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch too tall to comfortably get into the garage, and I don't plan on carrying anything up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these off here and then bevel these edges so that it'll look like this but lower, and that'll still be like just above the weld or right at the top of the weld. And then I'm probably just going to cut plates that are exactly like this, and then if I need to, using these 4 holes, I can just bolt a plate against this that will have the tab that I can either put on or take off as I need to. Again, I don't really plan on carrying anything up here, but I'm just going to go ahead and build those plates that I can put on afterwards. in case I do decide to carry anything, and then I'll just have to remove them when I want to take it in and out of the garage. I might be able to get it in and out once it's actually loaded with our gear, but I just don't want to run the risk of having it that close. When we brought it home yesterday, what I did was I let air out of the tires, and it was just enough to get it to clear the garage door opening, but I don't want to be doing that every time, so I'm just going to trim those brackets down, and that'll be the second mod on our FREESOLO OG trailer. We'll do that later. So this is the finished result after just trimming down the cargo rack brackets. And again, all I did was, you can see the other ones, how they still have the tie down portion. So all I did was basically cut the tie down portion off just above the bar, and then just 45'd the sides. So it still looks original. It's just not quite as high, and it doesn't have the tie down ring. There's still a little bit of a lip right here, so if there was something on here, there's enough of a lip to at least kind of let it bump up against. Again, I don't really plan on carrying anything up there, and if I do, I'm gonna make a bolt-on plate that's gonna have the eye up here for tying stuff down. And if I need to, I can just bolt that plate on and haul whatever I'm gonna haul on the top of it. And then when I get back home and need to get it back in the garage, I can just unload the rack and then take those plates off, and it should fit in the garage opening. My garage door opening, the actual opening itself, is right at about 82 inches. So to get the trailer in, again, I had to lower the air pressure on the tires. I don't want to have to do that every time. I also know that once I get the trailer loaded, it's going to settle a little bit. So it'll give me a little bit more clearance, but it was easy to do. And I think that's really going to help eliminate any possible issues. So yeah, I just cut those off and then just used a grinding wheel and smoothed the edges out, and then just repainted them same gloss black as the rack itself. So yeah, I just got to do the other side, and then that's going to wrap up this second mod for the FREESOLO. All right, I just finished cutting and repainting the passenger side cargo brackets. So I'm just going to let that paint dry and go ahead and put the ARB touring awning back on. And this second mod to the FREESOLO OG will be finished. So another mod that I did real quick on the FREESOLO OG trailer, I'm going to be using this trailer off-road. And the original license plate frame was right here, and pretty much like 3/4 of the plate would hang below the bumper. So all I did was relocate the license plate frame and light just to the right of the left turn signal, between the turn signal and the little accessory hitch on the back here. It brought the plate up probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a quarter. I know that's not really a lot. I'm still not going to have like 100% clearance here. The plate's going to hang down a little bit, but it's not going to be hanging down as much as it was over here. So yeah, to me that was just, it's worth it. I'm trying to get every inch of clearance that I can get. So yeah, that was I think that was mod number 3 on the FREESOLO OG camper trailer. The next mod on the list was a rear skid plate for the trailer. I plan on taking the trailer off-road, and I'm concerned about getting the trailer at an angle in which the back end would drag. So what I did was I obtained some 2x6 rectangular steel tubing, about 1/8 inch thick, and initially just cut it to width and capped the ends. I then added tabs on each side that are going to go under the side frame rails as a second attachment point. And I also notched out a section of the
2x6 tubing where the license plate's going to extend down through. Here's just another shot of it, another shot of the skid plate. This is the skid plate in a test fit position. There you can see the notch out for the license plate. That is one of the holes on the top side. Then on the bottom, I drilled the hole bigger so I could be able to get a nut up through there and have it hidden. And there's a test fit of a plate. And finally, there is the finished result. Spray painted it all glossed black and then replaced the jacks that came with it, the trailer originally, with some good Curt removable pipe mount jacks. And the next modification was to the actual original tongue mounted jack. I needed to remove that so that it wasn't hanging down below the tongue. Again, I'm going to be using this trailer primarily off-road, so I want to try and eliminate any kind of low-hanging structure or objects from the trailer itself. So with the original tongue jack, it stuck down about maybe 12 or 14 inches below the tongue. So what I did was I used a jack E-up. It is a device that allows you to basically remove the tongue jack whenever you need to, just by taking the pressure off of it, rotating the jack, and then removing it from the receiver. The jack E-up is a circular receiver that you bolt onto the frame. Then you take the original tongue jack and bolt it to a plate. The plate fits into the receiver, and then you rotate it like 30 degrees, 33 degrees or whatever. And when you put pressure on it, it locks into the receiver part. So it was a pretty easy bolt-on type modification. But again, it allows me to remove the tongue jack while traveling so that I don't have anything hanging down below the tongue of the trailer. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this video. It's running a little bit long. So that's our new FREESOLO OG trailer. We just picked it up. It's 2023 model. Already did like 5 modifications to it just to suit my own needs. I'm sure there's going to be more. And I'll try to make sure I document as many of them as I can and show everybody what's going on with it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.